Hey Raiders, welcome back to another Jerbernicorn live arena battle video. This video will feature 5 fights, but first let's talk about yesterday. So I'm still in Gold 2, and after a rough day yesterday, I decided I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my losses and try to learn from them and see what I can do to adapt. So today it looks like there's about 500 more people in Gold 2 than yesterday. So looking at my losses from yesterday, I'll scroll to the bottom. And my first one, I did not adequately identify a speed accuracy Wukong. I kept calling him a damage Wukong and he was not. If I'd banned him, I would have won. The second thing I kind of learned is that in Gold 2, with more difficult opponents, Warlord versus a speed team is a disadvantage. They can work around it, and they know how to. In the third fight, they had a really strong Heffrack that just destroyed me. I banned Warlord, and Uko stripped Stone Skins, so maybe if I had not banned Warlord and could have fought through him, I might have had a better chance. In the next fight, I banned Warlord, I played an unprepared Tormin, and I needed a cleanser, not a third damager. So I've prepared Tormin now. In the next fight, there was a damager that got ahead of Goffred, and that was Shuzan boosting Harima in front of Goffred to avoid my Goffred proc, to proc it early. So I might consider banning Shuzan. Then I fought a Taurus, Marichka, Yumiko, Sifi, Georgiad team, and that's just tough for me. I need to fight through cooldowns maybe. So from that, I spent some time regearing probably about 15 champions just to get the best gear on certain ones and then trickle down to the others. And my plan is to fight through cooldowns with Sifi, Nekret, Mithrala, Tormin, and Wukong, and put in Goffred as necessary. Tormin is now in my best damage set. He has masteries, not quite all of them, but almost. And you'll see his build at the end. So, 5 fights, 3 wins today, and let's get started. So the first fight, they pick first. They go fully awakened Sifi. Who do I pick? I'll go Nekret. And I just commented about someone using Nekret as their first pick a few days ago, and now that's what I'm doing. What a hypocrite I am. But I go Nekret, Wukong. They go Harima, Ultimate Death Knight. So far, not too bad. Wukong can counter Harima, and Nekret can go around Ultimate Death Knight. I go with my other 2 support. I can't go with Sifi. I could have gone with Duchess, but I kind of like my Mithrala build better. So I have Goffred, and I have Mithrala. They go Rotos and Mighty Uko, and I got to decide who I pick. First, I'm going to go Tormin, but then I accidentally swap in a Nithway, and I get stuck with him. So I have to ban the Harima, and I can't ban the Mighty Uko. I would have otherwise banned the Mighty Uko because he's the most disruptive. So we get started into that fight. I didn't really want to use Tormin either because Sifi protects against Tormin. So I wasn't sure who I wanted to go with, and I probably should have gone with like a Rhonda or something like that. So already, Mighty Uko is wreaking havoc on my team, stealing the block debuffs from my Wukong so he gets controlled, and now 2 stuns, he's controlled again, Mithrala's controlled. So much control just because I made that one mistake. Yes, Sifi controls, and so does Ultimate Death Knight, as he does it right there. So this team just keeps me under control. Rotos will wipe me out, and I'll be done. Yesterday, I made a mistake and accidentally put in Staltis instead of Goffred, and somehow I won that battle. And I probably wouldn't have won it with Goffred, although I can't say for sure. But I did win it with Staltis. Today, I make a mistake and accidentally include a Nithway. Obviously, they're going to ban a Nithway when they see I pick him after Harima's in there. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this one. It's a waste of time. Go into the second battle for the day, and this one's taking a little while to get someone assigned. At this point I was thinking, did I just lose 3 in a row and it's going to make me go a minute, but then it matches me. Matches me with someone in Gold 3, the number 14 player in Live Arena. I could just back out right now because I don't really have a shot of winning this, but I need the experience, so I'm going to take it. They go Sifi first, I go Nekret and Wukong. They go Warlord and UDK, kind of just like the last fight. I'll go Goffred, and this time Duchess instead of Mithrala. See who their last two are. I was thinking maybe a Taurus Marichka, maybe a Yumiko Harima, any of that, but this guy's ranked 14th, so he's got a catalog. What does he want to torture me with? So he goes Taurus Yumiko. How can I counter that best? I guess I could go Tormin, or I could go Ragash. I go Ragash. Tormin might have been the better pick, but I don't think it really matters. I'm going to fight through cooldown by banning Sifi. Tormin probably would have been better in that situation. I just hadn't used him yet, and I wasn't comfortable doing it. There's the cooldown. My A1 from Duchess on Rhodos. And I don't know why Rhodos was able to take out Ragash with Goffred's passive still up. Because later on, right there, Taurus triggers Goffred's passive, and Rhodos ignored the passive. So I'm not really sure what happened there. Either way, I'm getting destroyed, and I would have gotten destroyed, so it doesn't really matter. But there goes Wukong. He'll come back. He was waiting a second to see if I'd back out, and I was pretty much telling him, no, you finish it. You go ahead and kill me. So they kill Wukong again. And they can't quite damage down Goffred from being a sheep. And there he sheeps Rhodos. I'm just being really annoying at this point. But there Taurus drops the hammer, and I drop back down to gold 1. That's the only matchup where I think it's unfair that Plarium does this, that Raid does this, where if you don't have someone to match with in your tier, it'll match with somebody above you. That is just kind of absurd. Because it's a guaranteed loss for you unless you're just lagging behind. You're not with your peers, you're behind your peers. So this one's going speed, and I stuck in Warlord there. That's kind of a remnant choice. But again, I'm in gold 1, and so I'm going back to my original strategy in gold 1 because it works in gold 1. They're going to ban my Nekret, I ban their Kymar, and let's see what happens. So their fastest champion is Morgaine and tries to put fear on us. Sifi cleanses it off of Warlord, and then I'm able to take them out and get back into gold 2 pretty easily. So that's the big difference, is that team wouldn't have worked for me in gold 2, whereas it works in gold 1. Sensation 1989. So another one trying to establish themselves in gold 2. They'll pick Wukong first. Wukong is great, but sometimes he is a liability. So I go Sifi and Nekret, preparing for not banning a cooldown champion. They go Block Revive Foley and Arbiter, so this will be a great opportunity to put in Tormin. It's a speed team, so I'm going Tormin. And I go Tormin too early. So that thought popped into my head. I'm like, okay, Tormin. But I needed to wait. I needed to wait until the last pick because I could have. I should have picked a different damager here. In any case, his final 2 picks. And I don't often go with Ultimate Death Knight, but I kind of thought, okay, Foley, with that extra hit, it's a single target. That could go to Ultimate Death Knight. And then same with Wukong. Most of his hits are single target. So I have to ban the Mordu Macabre. He picked Mordu Macabre as a counter to my Tormin. So I feel pretty good about this one. I'm full stone skin except Tormin. And they're going to work on him. Big counterattack there. Wukong stole the stone skin off my Errol and killed him, which is fine because that means Foley can't block revive him. But he did block revive my Tormin. Now, Ultimate Death Knight and Sifi are pretty strong, though. I don't think they're going to quickly get through them. I need to wait until the timing is right to bring back Errol, and there it is. So I had skipped 1 round, and I was hoping he'd pop up in front of Foley. Fortunately, Wukong weak hit, and I was able to take them all out. Now I got to get that Mithrala down and deal with Wukong respawning. And he takes out Errol again. So this one I kind of imagined was a hybrid. He looks like he's built for Hydra. Go ahead and sleep him. This is where Sifi really shines. Try and get Mithrala down. This is where Errol in Stone Skin lacks a little bit of damage. But Errol's back, kills the Mithrala, tries to kill Wukong, but Wukong doesn't have his big hit. And that's done. So first successful Tormin fight. And that was using Tormin against speed. So sensation, a little above my account power, so don't feel bad about that one. On to the next battle. And OBS 110, 110, 10. Okay, so I get the first pick, I go Sifi. The Tormin strategy I did get from Sheeny's video from a couple of weeks ago when he finished off Gold 2. And I don't have the build he has, which you'll see later, but the build I have I'm pretty satisfied with. I mean, I wish it was better, and I can't wait until I get Awakenings on him. But for now, I'm pretty happy with it. So we've got a Kymar Warlord, so this is going to be ideal for Tormin. You got Rhonda, who's squishy, but can take me out. And I'll put in Mithrala. Who will their last pick be? So if I was banning Warlord, I would be stuck with Kymar and Duchess to protect and to control and to reset. I would not win that battle. But I banned the Duchess. And it was hard to see on 2.5 speed. But Nekret and Sifi resisted that Warlord. It's a fast Warlord with not that much accuracy. Probably only about 350 accuracy on that Warlord. So they're trying to take down Sifi, and I protected her so they won't. While it looks like it could be anybody's game so far, I'm actually in control of this, which I don't even realize yet. So I start to work down Harima, but as soon as Harima's dead, she's not coming back. There's no Duchess, because I did not ban the Warlord. So sleep the Warlord there. And take out the Harima. Now all that's left is the Rhonda. And she slept. Take her out, and this one's done. Tormin and Ragash successfully fought through a Warlord. He left the battle. So looking at his account power, higher than mine. So I feel good about that fight too. The way I finished, I felt really good about. Tormin came up big for me. So 2-2 in Gold 2 today, 1-0 in Gold 1, and I finished it off with 2 wins in Gold 2. So that was a success, I think. And I'll get more. I'm not going to do 10 fights today because it's just mentally draining. So I'm going to do more tomorrow. So on to Tormin's build. So as you can see here, I'm still missing a couple masteries, but I do have Helm Smasher. Once I get those last 2, I'll get a little bit more counterattack in, and I'll get a little bit more damage on the A1. So right here, 5,300 defense, not 7,000. That'll soon be 5,700. 208 speed, not bad. 240 crit damage. I wish it was higher, but that's what it is. And 250 accuracy. So it'll freeze the ones I need frozen. So that's my Tormin, Instinct, and Cruel. And hope you enjoyed the video, and take care.